So how old are you? I'm Asu, and welcome to a really big topic today. Uh, it's hard to start somewhere because it's gonna be a broader one. So we're gonna talk about the obsession with numbers in our society in general first, and then we're gonna dig a little bit more into the content creation side of things, as this is part of my content creation series here. But yeah, I can't just talk about content creation without also dipping a little bit into the whole problem with obsession of numbers in general in our society. So I hope you'd like to start. I hope you didn't feel offended or something by it. That was not my intention. I just wanna get to the point, you know? So we as a society really we love to just give value to things and humans and animals and everything with numbers, and sometimes it doesn't even make any sense. Like how tall someone is, for example, does not give you any clue of what kind of person that is. And that should always be the thing, how you measure someone in their personality, what they do and how they act and how they behave and how they treat others, really. So it has nothing to do with how tall someone is or how much they weigh or anything like that. But still, we're gonna put so much pressure onto this. And the most pressure we put onto this is definitely age. Age is like... age is, you can't escape it, really. It's like your whole life, everything basically depends on your age. Like what age you have to be until you are able to watch something, or until you're going to school or whatever. It always depends on a certain number of age, depending on when you have been born. And yeah, but let's put this aside, because this would be like another topic here. But it's so much pressure on people with age, especially, that people start feeling they have to do something, or they have to accomplish something in their life until a certain point, a certain age. And after that certain age, they are too old to do things, which is so toxic. Like, you're never too old for anything. If you want to do things, just do them whenever. That's up to you, really. But yeah, it's like we have like this whole tabloid media, right? That's like really based on these stupid measures. Whenever you see like a name of a celebrity or something, you always have in the bracket how old they are, what age they have, or they are just talking about how much someone is weighing and their journey of being a higher weight to lower weight or opposite or whatever. We have like whole media being completely obsessed with these things that should not matter at all. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So we want to really measure things that are immeasurable, which is like the worst of a human being. We want to like put that number tag on people and then put them into little brackets, and this gives you somehow a clue of the value of this person, which is really bad and really wrong and not true at all. Because everyone's also like developing or evolving differently. Like, someone's like super adult already at age of 25, and someone else is just a kid at age of 25. And it's just how life is. That people, you can't just stick a number to someone and know this person. You just can't. It's impossible. But we tend to think we can, and this is really toxic. I hope we're gonna get through this at some point, because yeah, it really doesn't make any sense. It just makes people like super pressured to, and feel really bad about themselves, because They think, okay, I'm this and that age now, I should be having this and that already accomplished, achieved, or I should have already done things in the past because now I'm too old to do certain things. Yeah, it's sad. I hope we get over this. That was just a little dipping into this topic, you know. A big problem too is that we wanna just give value to things or people or parts of people that are unalterable. That's like the biggest issue, really, because you cannot change how tall you are, for example. You cannot change certain other things either. And so you can't really give that so much value because the person can't do anything about this. And that just makes the person feel really undervalued and bad for no reason other than just a number. You're feeling bad over a number. It's mind-blowing, unfortunately. Yeah. And for the example of the tabloid media that I brought before, all these numbers obsessions are highly impacting people, and especially younger people. This is why people think you need to look a certain way to be considered desirable as a human being. You need to have this weight, you need to be this tall. And while on some things you might be able to work yourself, on other things you're not, because it's unalterable how tall you are. Well, not even, like there's operations. People get operations to be taller. This is so damaging. And it doesn't say anything about you as a person. So I hope really we can get over this. But another thing is, like, we also want to measure things and obsess over numbers. And we have a really long established system exactly with that, which numbers, value. What am I talking about here? Money, obviously. And the more something costs, the higher value it has. The more favorable it is to have this object or whatever it is, the higher status you have as a person again by having this object there, because it costs so much money. So somehow, like, this not living item is making you as a human be worth more or less. You see, it's just, it doesn't make sense, but that's our society. It's mind-blowing if you think about it. Yeah, I hope, yeah, again, I hope we can get over this at some point, because at the opposite side, if you look at that, like how much money something costs, and the more money it costs, the more it's worth and the more desirable it is. So if you look at the other side, if something's free and doesn't cost money, it's often like treated as worth nothing. Like, no money equals no worth. And this is so wrong and bad too, because many things that are for free are great and immeasurable. Yeah, like it's I hate money, yeah, but as a side note, that's part of the issue here. Yeah, it's sad. And so now that we are also talking about free, let's get into the other side of things, which is content creation. Let's talk a bit more about content creation, because like most content you can consume on the internet is free. You don't have to directly, at least not directly, pay for it. You often pay by having ads or something like that. If you have an ad blocker, you don't see them, so yeah, there's that, but you often don't need to directly pay for content you're consuming. So like the whole live streaming, for example, that I'm doing mostly is on Twitch and is free. You can just decide, okay, I want to watch this person now, or I want to watch that person, and you can just come in and go out of the chat room as much as you want. That's up to you, and that's completely fine. Like, this is the system, and that's fine. And you, for yourself, you as a viewer, it's free, but it still has value, right? So I have so many people, and this is so cool when people are coming to my chat and they're like, wow, you really helped me through a hard time, or you really brightened my day, or like people are just feeling at home, and it's so great. This is really the main thing why I'm doing that, because this is like the positive impact I can have on people's lives, which is like the best thing you have in life, being able to touch others and make their life better. This is awesome if you have the ability to do that. And yeah, streaming is a great way to do this. But yeah, if you're getting into streaming, you still have the issue and the high obsession with numbers from both sides, like both the creators and also the viewers, the consumers. Or I'm talking about Twitch now, but it's the same with any platform, really. It's the same with Instagram or Twitter or YouTube or anywhere, really. Because also depending on the numbers, again, that you have there, which is like subscribers, followers, viewers, all these things, depending on that, you as a creator are again measured as worth so and so and so much, which is really toxic again. But I also understand there needs to be some kind of measurement, right? Because you also have like these sponsorships or these organizations or whatever, or marketing advertisers. They need to look at something that tells them your market value. So I would say, okay, maybe these numbers are giving you a clue at the market value. Not always, but a clue sometimes. But they have nothing, and absolutely nothing, to do with the content creator themselves. Like, it doesn't say anything about the person, how good they are at entertaining, how good they are at playing a game, how talkative or how positive, or how good they are as people, really. Yeah. But the problem is, as a content creator, you tend to still link these things. Like, high numbers means, okay, I'm doing a good job, I'm a good person here. And again, you're not the only one thinking that. The viewers think the same thing. So viewers tend to just click on the high viewed streamers, or high viewed videos, high viewed whatever content, and they think, okay, that's worth watching, or that's worth consuming, because if so many people are doing it, then they can't be wrong, right? But if there is like this person with like 2 viewers, or this person with like 100 viewers on a video, that can't be good, because no one's watching it, no one's consuming it, so why should I click on that? It's just a waste of time. And that's super sad, because that's very often not the case. And this again plays into the algorithm that sees your click behavior and the click behavior of all the people, and then just recommends the same things that are already being consumed a lot to more people, and the things that are not being watched because it doesn't have many viewers or consumers to begin with are not recommended to new people. So you have this big issue with the algorithm and your discoverability, highly depending on the numbers you have. So of course you're obsessing over them. You want to get higher numbers so you have a chance of succeeding in this profession. And this is where the really bad vicious circle is starting. Because you also realize, okay, certain things are working more or certain things are working less. So if you're working to a certain goal, you gotta do the things that are working more. And very often that's not necessarily the things that you really want to do. And you can do that for a while, I guess. But at some point, you're like, okay, well, I want to still do the things that I want to do here, right? And yeah, it's really a vicious circle. Because also the higher your numbers, but that's like in general a thing, the more wealth you have, like it's also number with the money you have and everything, the more power you have. Like you're getting to be really powerful as an influencer when you have like these high numbers. Because you have just a higher reach of people, and you will always, as a content creator, have people that just believe whatever you say. It's quite mind-blowing, but that's how it is. You can just write whatever on the internet, and there will be at least one person believing every single word of that. It's scary, and it shouldn't be like that, but that's how it goes. So, and if you are like having these huge numbers, you're a big content creator, yeah, then you reach just way more people, and way more people are just gonna believe what you're saying. And with this, because that's something I want to talk about too. With this comes a lot of responsibility. You can't just say, okay, I have all these numbers, I can reach all these people here, but yeah, whatever. I'm not gonna talk about anything that's even slightly remotely problematic or anything. And that's really sad, because you have the power. You, as someone with these high numbers, actually have the power of changing that fucked up system. Because the people who don't have that reach cannot change that system. And that system needs to change. Because again, like, we need to finally get away from obsessing on these numbers and seeing people for who they are and valuing people for all the different kinds of content they do and for the different kinds of person and people they are. You can't say, okay, there is this one person that's like super successful. Now this is the only person that's having the value, and all the other people are just whatever. If they are not like this person, then they are not having the value. We are all different, and that itself is highly valuable. Because if everyone would just be the same, how boring would that be, right? So yeah. So to also get to a point, I see you're already like 70 minutes in again. Where do we start? As a little summary, I'd say. Oh no, something else before that. Because if you try as a content creator to not concentrate too much on the numbers, as you shouldn't, I would recommend to you to just not look at numbers. At least if you don't really have to for some reason, just do not. Like, I never know how many people are watching my stream. I never know how many subscribers I have. I just don't know these things. I don't see if someone's following or anything. Because I just want to do my thing. I want to concentrate on the experience that I'm doing here. I want to have fun with my chat. I want to interact with the people. And I don't want to take away focus of the thing I want to do and the thing I enjoy to something that might be really toxic. Because if I stream a game that doesn't have that many viewers, and if I just obsess over that, then I can't really enjoy that game anymore. So just do yourself a favor and don't look at these numbers. You don't have to. Why would you? Like, if if you're not highly dependent on something for some sponsorship or whatever, just don't look at these numbers. And here I come, you viewer, okay? I'm talking to you now. Don't go to chats and tell the streamers how their numbers look like. Because if we wanna know, then we do know. And if we don't wanna know, why the fuck would you tell us? Like, that's fucking toxic. Just don't. I don't wanna know how many viewers I have, and I'm very sure that's the case for many other people too. We just wanna create. We just wanna do our thing. We wanna have fun. We wanna interact with the people. And knowing what number of people here is right now is not doing anything there. So just don't even bother, because it's really, it doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. The only thing that's happening is it really spoils the experience somehow, and you don't want that, right? So yeah, just as a side note. Okay, let's get back to the summary of today. What did we learn? What do we want to take away from today? Yeah, in general, just try to not obsess over the numbers. Just step out of it. I know it's hard, especially if you're younger, because if you're younger, everything just seems so far away. If you're like 16, 17, 18, whatever, everything seems so far away and you still have all this time, and you're just thinking, okay, this is a number and I'm supposed to do all these things until there. Just don't. No. And you're also thinking, okay, these people of whatever age plus are already old. They're so old. That's not the case either. But you will realize that later when you get older yourself. That, like, sure, age is just a number. So all the, or so are all the other things as well. Numbers are numbers. Take them as exactly that, okay? So yeah, step out of this. Don't give numbers more meaning and value than they actually deserve. See people as they are. Decide on what person you want to watch by how entertaining they are, how good as a person they are, how much they are vibing with you. That's important. It's not important how many other people like watching that person. That does not matter. You are the person who's important here, and you are the one deciding what you want to watch. So there's that. Then also, if you're a creator yourself, again, I said that before, try to not look at your numbers if you don't have to. It's really helpful for your mental health, I would say. And if you really need to look at the numbers for something, then just concentrate also on the good things. Because I know that as people, unfortunately, we tend to concentrate on the bad things all the time. Like, okay, you have maybe 10 viewers less this stream, and then you just concentrate on that. But you didn't see, okay, I have like a few more followers this stream. But that's not important, right? Because we're gonna obsess over the 10 less viewers this time. No, don't. Always see the big picture. See the big picture in whatever you do, really. But especially in content creation. It's important to see the positive things too, and really focus on the positive and not always on the negative stuff, because you can really get lost there. Yeah, I think that's it for today. So thank you very much for watching. Do all the cool things, you know, subscribing, liking, commenting. Maybe you also want to comment on what next topic you would enjoy. Like, I have a lot of ideas, but if there is something you would really like to have addressed, let me know. Yeah? Have a wonderful day, and see you next time. See you next video. Bye. always stay hydrated.